cat daddy. Hit my cat daddy. Girls gon' shoot. Girls gon' hit my cat daddy.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Room 301 Presents, the podcast. I'm here right now with one of our newer students to the class, Filmon, aka Philly. Philly, say hello to our audience, please.
Hello.
All right, so here today we're going to be talking about a very interesting new graphic novel series called Super Dinosaur. Filmon has read the first two episodes of this comic, and right now we're going to be just discussing some things that he's learned. So first of all, I'll share with you some information that we currently know. The series Super Dinosaur features two main characters, Derek Dynamo and his T-Rex, what's his T-Rex name?
SD, Super Dinosaur.
SD or Super Dinosaur. They're the two main characters, the good guys, if you will, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so what do these characters do? What are they involved in doing?
Super Dinosaur, the T-Rex, is mostly about helping Derek and his dad, help make sure the world stays good. Yeah. And Maximus is a bad guy trying to make the world go bad so he can conquer it. Yeah,
so we've talked about a few things. Again, his Derek's father, Dr. Dexter Dynamo, and they're fighting against this evil guy, Maximus, who wants to take over the world with his army of dinosaurs.
And he's trying to steal the dinosaurs so he can make the dinosaurs stronger.
Absolutely. Now, Dinosaur, can you tell me a bit about that? That's a main theme that they battle over, this Dinosaur in the graphic novel series Super Dinosaur. Can you explain to me what is Dinosaur, how was it discovered, and what does it do?
Dr. Dexter Dexter.
A lot of D's in that, yes. Dr. Dexter Dynamo.
Yeah, Dr. Dexter Dynamo. Him and Maximus, before they got in a fight, they were going in the cave to look for stuff so they can experiment on, and then Dr. Dexter Dynamo fell off the rope and fell too deep, and then he found such Dinosaur, which is basically powered like a new power source that can basically help the dinosaurs get stronger. And
it's also a new power source for the whole world to use?
Probably. It's a new power source.
Yeah, okay. And actually, that's something we should explain too. Is in this book, Super Dinosaur, he wears like this power suit similar to like an Iron Man, right? And what is it powered by? His power suit.
Dinosaur.
And now we've read the first comic book of this series. Is now they have a big feud where they're kind of battling, almost like Transformers, except for with dinosaurs involved.
And metal arms and stuff.
And metal arms, exactly. Another thing I want to ask you before we conclude our second episode of Room 301 Presents the podcast, I want to ask you is the main bad guy. I wanted to ask you. He has a metal arm. And that was a question that we had entering the origin story. How did that happen? How does he have a metal arm? What did we discover?
That when he made SD the Super Dinosaur, it was being rude to it, so that when the fight when it happened, Super Dinosaur turned on him and said, "No, you're not going to do this," so he bit off his arm.
Awesome. And actually, do you know this? Do they say how the dinosaurs can talk? How are they able to talk? Do we know?
They were trained. They were
trained to talk? By who? Does Maximus train them?
No, the kid.
Derek Dynamo trained them?
He would talk to one of them, and then he learned how to talk from him.
Very interesting. That's similar. Have you seen Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Similar to that, it sounds like.
I didn't see the new one. I seen the old one.
The old one. So yeah, that sounds similar to that. Once again, thank you very much for listening to our second episode of Room 301 Presents the podcast. Thank you very much to my co-host, Filmon. Thank you very much for joining us. Sorry?
It was a pleasure to be here.
All right, great. And we will see you next time for episode 3 of Room 301 Presents the podcast. Stay tuned and keep reading.
Cat daddy. Hit my cat daddy. Girls gon' shoot. Girls gon' hit my cat daddy.